Hello everybody, and welcome to the Colorado Jugger League. I'm your host, Sebastian Seabass Wolf, and this is going to be an amazing game for all of you here today. Before we get into that game, we're going to go over our overall rankings here in the system. You can see that the Reapers have pulled ahead a little bit. We have a three-way tie for second place, and then everyone kind of rounding out the scoreboard here. Overall is a very competitive bracket so far, and we've got plenty of season left to see who's going to be able to take the championship. As far as today goes, we've got ourselves a great matchup. It's going to be the Reapers versus the Marauders. Two amazing legacy teams are both going to be facing off against each other here for a good position at first place. Now, taking a look at the roster here on the side of the Reapers, we've got Goblin, Cerberus, and Jedi Killa starting off our roster today, Goblin being the captain of the Reapers, followed by Hurricane, Slither, and Spinner. You know, Slither and Spinner here, our two dedicated quicks. And then we've got Ward and Yermolov following up the end of our line here. Ward's backup quick, and Yermolov as a backup chain in addition to those additional Pomfin you see there. As far as the Marauders go, we've got the captain Konda, as well as McFlop and DZ there on the starting lineup. And then following the three of them, we also have ourselves Sun, Jaeger, and Crispy. And a very deep lineup here on the side of the Marauders with Nightmare as their dedicated quick and truly terrifying speed. I'd like to remind you all to please like this video and subscribe to the channel to see more Jugger content. It means a lot to us and helps us in the algorithm so that more people can see this amazing sport. Now, if this is your first time and you've never seen Jugger before, we're going to take a moment to go over the rules and regulations of the sport so that you can understand it before we get into the action today. Jugger is a competitive sport played between two teams. 4 enforcers armed with Pomfin and able to defend themselves, and 1 quick who has nothing and is the only player able to grab the ball in the center, known as the skull. After a countdown, the players enter the field and face off against each other in the center. The enforcers spar with their Pomfin while the quick fights for control of the skull. If a player is struck by a Pomfin, they drop for a set amount of time, temporarily taken out of the action. Using a variety of Pomfin from the spear-like slash or short and shield to the intimidating chain, an 8-foot ball on a rope, enforcers must work as a team to deal with their opponents while creating an opening for their quick to grab the skull. Once the quick sees an opening, they rush for the skull and then for the goal, placing the skull inside it and scoring a point for their team. Alright everybody, let's get rolling with this amazing matchup here. We have two legacy teams battling it out for a serious threat to contention for the championship here. Both teams rolling out. We can see Chain Ward there on the outside, going to get a good first down, and most of the Marauders line is actually collapsed. The double there from Ward as the quicks are going to get guided in. We can see their Cerberus is actually going to win their duel on that side as well, but a bouncing chain ball is going to friendly fire the quick on the Reaper's side. That is an unfortunate consequence there. Looks like they're going to be down as Ward is going to set up that zone around everybody else. Attempted double there, not going to work well for Goblin. It's going to be up to Ward here, and an attempted score, but it is going to be no goal ruled by the ref. We still have a live skull moving down the field. Reapers in good position, though, as they set up defensive pins around the area, but DZ coming in from the backside, going to get at least one, but the goal is going to go through. No goal. Still a live skull. Unbelievably, DZ moves in and saves the play. And looks like we are going to continue to see, looks like, okay, Skull is going to be removed there from the mound. They're going to try and get back up. DZ is going to down them once again. We see an extended play as this time the Marauders are going to sprint out. We're going to see Cerberus attempting to run in, back blocking with the board as the camera moves around. See if we can catch it in time, and a beautiful sprint from the quick. And it looks like they're going to put away the first point. Insane opening play there by the Marauders. And just like that, we are going to actually be up 1-0 here on the side. Fantastic opener there. That was really, truly incredible by the Marauders. Really good defensive play, especially DZ coming in there and saving that play there at the end. All right, as everyone moves back in, we're going to see an inside chain shot. Goblin, though, on the inside, going to run in, take the quick down nice and early, but on the other side, Konda's going to do the same thing, mirroring each other on both sides of the field. Everyone is attempting to move up and get good position, and it looks like this time the Reapers are going to start out by having the better one. You can see Ward there zoning off the skull as he moves into position. Everyone else running around. Marauders going to be back in possession of the skull as they circle around the field. Ward attempting to zone back off and get the chain. This time around, the Marauders quick is going to try and rush back in, and it looks like they're going to zoom back in towards the goal. Are they able to put it away in time? And I believe that they are. And just like that, now we are actually at 2-0 Marauders' favor. Marauders, despite taking an early loss here, are looking phenomenal against the Reapers so far. Reapers, though they have been dominant thus far, are being really challenged by the Marauders at the moment. It's always so fun to see kind of mirrory matchups here like Goblin and Konda, both of them really having the same sort of field fundamentals, doing a lot of the same strategies here on the field. A couple of neutral trades back and forth. We do have the Reapers in possession of the skull. A big quick wrestle there, and just like that, the Reapers are going to come out on top. They're going to put a fast point back on the board, and now this is really anyone's game. Does look like we have a foul here on the side of the Marauders, but it looks like we no redo point here as the scoreboard remains intact. So we're going to get everybody back into position. Ready calls are going to go out, and we are going to count everyone back in. So here we go. 1-2 is the score. Reapers doing a good job of putting up a fight, but Marauders doing an even better one so far. With that quick play, we still have plenty of time left on the clock as everybody moves up in the center. See, Jaeger here gets a good top block, going to try and get the quick, but they actually won't be able to do so. Konda's going to try and chase back in as well. We'll finally take them down. Excellent job there on that side. It looks like McFlop is going to go ahead and wrap that chain around, try and get good possession, and what a beautiful chain jump by Cerberus, but they're going to have to try and close in. Goblin with the reaching strike. Are they able to get the quick down in time? As everyone begins to circle back around, looks like he was able to do so, just barely nicking that quick. As they move back in, Cerberus this time going to run up the field. You can see Spinner there on the side, but Jaeger coming in from the backside, going to take down a couple more players. And just like that, we're going to see time called. And it looks like we're most likely heading towards halftime. That being said, it looks like there may be some flags on the play, so everyone is discussing with each other before we see whether or not there's going to be a redo point here moving into halftime. Looks like right now I'm not currently seeing anyone switching sides, so we do seem to have a play-affecting point here. That means we are essentially going to be resetting the clock back to what it was when this play started. We will be redoing the point from that start position. It's the best way for us to contend points here with fouls in the sport of Jugger, so everyone's going to be moving back in. So again, we still have plenty of time left on the clock. Excellent positioning this time around as everyone gets down except for the side of Marauders. Moving in looks like they're going to try and get possession of the quick, but excellent job there by the chain side of the Reapers. Unfortunate friendly fire there. Oh, no, maybe not. Looks like he was barely able to dodge it, so Cerberus is still up on the side of the field. Going to grab a couple of pins. They are still in possession of the skull, though. Marauders move in. They've now got it, and they are screaming down their side of the field. They are sprinting forward as fast as they can. It's going to be a quick wrestle off between Spinner. Going to try and get that quick tackle. They will do so, and that will stop the point as we head into halftime. So Marauders just on the edge of scoring, but a beautiful quick wrestle there by Spinner is going to stop that from happening. And Nightmare, unfortunately, not able to score the point. 2-1 is the score moving into half number 2. Everyone is going to switch sides. We've got 100 more stones left on the clock. Now, we don't have any audio here for these first couple of games, so I'll let you know. A stone is the increment we use to keep time, both for when players get down as well as the overall clock in the game. It is in 1.5 second intervals, so you will eventually hear that as the games progress. You'll hear that kind of droning boom in the background that is those stones. As we get back into the action here, Reaper's still in good possession. Ward doing a fantastic job of kind of zoning everybody off from the Marauders. Still in possession, and they're starting to guide in. It'll be quick versus quick, but it doesn't matter when Goblin's there. Takes them down, and Ward's going to walk it in, tying the game up 2-2 early on in the half. Decently quick point there by the Reapers, and there's plenty of time left on the clock for both teams to negotiate as far as the winner is concerned here. Seems to be some conversations with the ref. Everything seems to have worked its way out, though. Again, tie game. This one really could be anyone's. We're going to watch the run-in from the Reapers side here. Both sword and boards dueling each other. A beautiful tool there in the center. McFlop going to grab one on the side with a chain, but an excellent chain break from the side of the Reapers. Going to move everybody into position. You can see Yermolov there on that chain. Beautiful extended shot. Attempted chain jump by the quick Nightmare there, but not going to be enough. And Reapers have now taken the lead 3-2. You really have to be impressed by Reaper's line play here. Again, something that we've talked about in some of the earlier Reapers games that I think is just so important to mention is their ability for the quick to stay with enforcers that are going to help guide them in. Every single time there is a winning engagement on the field, the Reaper's quick is right there to follow up on it. You almost never see them getting chased down. We're going to try a crash center here, and it looks like they are going to do so as they very quickly put another point on the board. A phenomenal strategy by the Reapers. They love to try and create that open center avenue for the quick to run through, and if they can do it and get that point, it scores so fast. It gives them plenty of time on the clock to work with, and now all of a sudden there's a 2-point and decently commanding lead from the side of the Reapers. Countdown goes back in. Reapers this time in good possession of the skull. Deep chain shot coming in from Conda. Most of the center line is going to collapse on both sides. You can see Jedi Killer there facing off against Conda on the chain versus chain break combination. Still another good chain break. 3 in a row as the two of them fight back and forth. Conda struggling to get the reload but will be zoned out. Crispy is going to come in and get the takedown. And then you got Cerberus facing off against Conda on the backside as everyone is moving into position. Conda with the diving chain shot is going to miss. So close to getting that shot but isn't going to be able to follow through. Crispy is back up and is going to try and chain break on their side. They won't get it, but Sun will, as they're going to take him down with a bit of a sliding tackle. I stand corrected. Crispy did manage to get the chain break there, so a good follow-up, but just like that, Spinner's got the quick. They are running in with the skull. They're going to try and duck the shot. It looks like they are going to do so, ducking a chain shot from Conda, and the Reapers put another one on the board. 5-2 is the score. These points are razor-thin margins here. Plenty of opportunity for the Marauders to take that point. Beautiful chain breaks on both sides. Really, that was a fantastic chain duel play there from both teams. You love to see it. Moving in, looks like DZ is going to go in really hard on the center side there. Gets at least one on that side, but Goblin, with a much better follow-up, going to take a couple in the center. Eventually going to have to get themselves unhooked, but they've got plenty of room to work with. DZ once again coming in with the sprint, but it's not going to be fast enough, and just like that, Ward puts another point on the board. Very fast commanding play from the Reapers, and all of a sudden, what went from a Marauders lead became a commanding 4-point advantage for the Reapers. Reapers just really great adaptation on the field. You can see Marauders trying different things, mixing it up, but it doesn't matter. Reapers always seem to be in advantageous matchups. All of a sudden, DZ's going to try for the really deep Gaiden again, is still up, and this time is going to get at least 3. I think that's 4. I believe that's a quad on the side of DZ. Not able to get the penta, though, as McFlop gets the last one. However, Goblin, is going to be trying to chase down Nightmare there on the backhand side as everyone tries to set up pins and get good positioning. Attempted chain break there, really good job, but McFlop is still going to get it, and just like that, Nightmare's got that skull moving in, and they are going to get it 3-6 on the side of the Marauders. But you know that clock has been draining. There is very little time for the Marauders to try and score 3 and put this one back up. They're going to have to really hustle these points. Probably part of the reason they're putting DZ on the line there. He's got some absolute wheels on him. You saw him going deep into the line of the Reapers there during that last play. Everyone putting on the gas. They're going to try and crash center this time around, but it doesn't matter. That is the end of the game. Reapers will take this one 6-3, and with that, a 3-0 lead will put them in a commanding first place position here at the end of our first few games. Thank you again very much for joining in. I've been Sebastian Seabass Wolf, and I will see you all next time with the Colorado Jugger League.